5, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thundercats!
Oh!
Welcome to the, what is this show called?
Pod
People. Welcome to
Pod People. Yes, Pod People.
Very first episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Let the awkward silences begin.
Duh.
All right.
So,
Josh, how you feeling?
marginally inflated, yeah.
Marginally inflated.
Not
Okay.
quite pumped yet.
Joe, how you feeling?
I'm always ready.
You ready? Steph, how you doing?
I'm just Steph. I don't know.
I didn't ask who you were. I
Well, I know, but
I
that's
asked how you were doing.
So what are we reviewing first?
I think we're gonna go ahead and watch the Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man trailer first, and kind of give our opinions on that. Okay, I just hit you all up with the link there.
You're gonna have to wait like 3 hours for me, though.
It's okay.
I'm the only one that is running on dial-up from a phone line right now.
Do you also have a DOS system?
Yes, I do.
That's what I thought.
Windows 93.
Oh my god.
Hey, you still got that little screensaver with the Windows logo that bounces around and everything? Yeah,
Hang on, let me get my floppy.
I snail mailed a floppy disk to you with,
Oh my
with
God.
an FLV file in it.
Oh my god.
You can only fit the in a floppy nowadays.
So are you saying that you're a hacker and that...
This is Unix. I know this. I know this. I know this graphical display of Unix that no one else could get to show up except for me. Okay, you know what? I don't understand it. The big flaw I think in the whole Jurassic Park system was hiring one guy to be in charge of all the programming.
Yeah, especially Newman. Like, have they not seen the show? I wonder what was with his hate for Seinfeld.
I'm pretty sure that Newman's great grandfather was Hitler. Pretty sure that was what it was.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's like my grandfather. He died in World War II. He fell off a guard tower.
Wow.
Like, for real?
Thanks for killing it, man.
Yeah. No, well, you know.
thanks for bringing the whole mood down.
Ladies and
Really?
gentlemen, thank you very much.
Good night.
This was Pod People, and it's a great first run.
We'll see you next time.
I totally was kidding you guys. My grandfather...
Hopefully we could talk about starving children in Africa tomorrow.
Next week, we have our big Holocaust special coming up. Okay, so who's got this trailer ready?
I do.
Josh, how's it coming?
I'm on the page. I don't know if I'm on the right page.
If you scroll down...
There's a building.
If you scroll down, you should see the Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. Everybody ready?
I'm always ready.
Ready?
Shh. Trailer time.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is everybody finished?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I just started. I told you. In fact, I had to get to another computer. Hey guys, I can't watch this.
What?
I can't.
Is it because you're morally objected to it, or is it because...
It's both. No, I mean, it's the internet. It won't let me watch it.
That's fine.
I was trying to watch it on their computer, and it just keeps looping back around. But all I need is like the first 10 seconds to know that this movie is gonna completely suck.
Oh man, it's gonna completely
Oh, yeah.
suck. I don't want to sound like overly critical, because all we've seen so far is this little bit of a trailer that they. But okay, Spider-Man is now a hipster apparently.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like I was like Spider-Man meets Edward.
Yeah.
You know what? I was about to say that. I was like, you know what? I just hate how they're trying to revamp all these like movies that they obviously failed in the first time around.
Yeah.
So they're like, you know what? Christopher Nolan did a pretty good job. Let's make it dark.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Better yet, Twilight was a big hit.
Yeah. That made a lot of
Let's
money.
make him shiny.
You know, he's gonna fight a vampire
my God.
in this movie. Hey, Josh, you didn't get to watch to the end, but I don't know if anyone's ever played that game called Mirror's Edge, but
Yeah, I've seen it.
oh my god, it's a scene from that game practically. The CGI is horrifying. It looks like it's running on an Xbox. My brain is so connected with that game from playing it that as I was watching that trailer, I was like, my fingers were twitching. I was like, okay, duck, jump. Okay, here, let's talk about something I've always had trouble with. As far as Spider-Man mythology goes, I know that's how it originally is in the comics, but I still find it ridiculous that he has these gadgets on his wrists that he invents, and that's how he
Yeah.
how he
the
swings around.
shooters?
Right? Yeah.
That was the one thing I'll give the original Spider-Man thing. It's like it makes more sense for him to be able to shoot it out of his body because
Yes.
honestly,
And you know that
I would hate to see what happens. I mean, I've been in a situation where like I'll make it to the gas station, and then I'm on a hill, and it just dies. The car just dies.
Yeah.
Now imagine being 85 stories in Manhattan. You can't just like, oh well, now I got to push. It's like
being some
all you have time to think about is
and just being some dumpy hipster kid. You know, he doesn't even look like a nerd in this movie.
Actually, I kind of like the original web shooters.
Really?
That,
No.
yes.
No.
Go ahead.
Well, he's
Go ahead.
giving credence to every comic book fan on the website who's going to yell at us for deriding the original.
I have to defend it. Stan Lee.
and that's fine. You have the right to
Remain silent.
We're gonna put you on the spot, Steph.
Ah.
We're not. Nobody say a word until Stephanie says more than 5.
You guys suck. Okay. Yeah. There's 5 words.
Yeah, 5 words. Everybody give her a hand. That's the most she's contributed all night.
All right. Good job.
Actually, you know,
Well-
I ate a dog treat yesterday.
Oh,
How was it?
Oh wow, she's still there.
I'm listening intently. Just go
Yeah,
on.
but you're in the podcast though.
Well, you're in the middle of your story. I mean, go ahead.
It's not really a story. I just ate a dog treat. That's it.
How about every time that she doesn't talk, we just show like a picture of her with duct tape over her mouth or something? That's just. Which reminds me, Cameron, he thinks that whenever he listened to Telemundo. Oh, by the way, Cameron's our black friend, you guys.
Okay.
He said that he listened to the Spanish.
We have one black
He
friend.
listened to the Spanish news one time. Yes, only one.
He's the
You know.
friend.
Yes, he's the. I'm just kidding. I have a plethora of black friends. But he was talking about the Spanish news, and he said, "I just love the way the Spanish news sounds because no matter what it is, it always sounds exciting." And I'm like, "Do you think that Spanish news is like Telemundo or something like that? Like, you know, hay muchas personas que muerto hoy. Oh no, blah 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 blah. Ay, Dios mío."
Hey, man.
Like,
Man.
is that how?
I was watching Telemundo the other night because at that mansion that I was at, it was the only
That's all that was on.
it was the only channel. You know what was hilarious, man, is this show came on, and it was going to flashes of like dead bodies and then like strippers and like all this like really provocative stuff. I'm like, oh man, this must be like a gritty crime show or something. And then it goes to a news desk and it's a news show.
No, my favorite thing. This is Mexican TV. I don't know about any other country, but this is Mexican TV. You turn it on,
Yeah.
and it's like set up kind of like the Today Show. It's a couch, but you know, spicier.
Yeah.
And
It's actually covered in jalapenos.
it's guacamole and pico de gallo, like just
Yes,
sprinkled
of course.
about,
Just all over the
and
place.
chips.
Traditionally-
There's no seats, more like just bowls of guacamole that people sit in.
Naturally, yeah. I
No, but no,
understand.
this show, right? And they're just gossiping about soap opera actors because that's all there is on TV in Mexico or just Hispanic television. It's just soap
Telenovela.
opera. Yes,
Yeah.
telenovelas. That's it, and they're all cheesy. They're horrible, and they're way more predictable than the American ones.
Which are really
Yeah.
predictable. That's saying something.
Oh yeah.
And they're just talking about how like María del Carmen fue por un burrito, and then she's like being surrounded by paparazzi, and then she just like takes out a switchblade and stabs a guy in the chest, and then that's Mexican TV. And then for about 45 minutes, they have these like voluptuous salsa dancers,
Oh yeah.
and everybody just starts dancing.
Man, I've
like,
seen that. I've tuned into one of the Spanish stations that I used to get with satellite, and it was, I didn't know what was going on, because for literally like a full half hour, this guy in a purple suit was just dancing around and popping balloons off of women in bikinis, and I was like, whoa.
Oh yes. Hang on. I forgot the most important structure of the show. There has to be an effeminate guy,
yeah.
a midget, or a clown.
Yep.
I have some pretty crazy stories. I think Tim has heard, like, my great grandfather got his eye pecked out by Pancho Villa, and like a bunch of other crazy stories. Well, my grandmother or great grandmother on my dad's side was a full-blooded Navajo.
Nice.
In it was either Arizona or New Mexico, but like close to the border.
Mhm.
And some like Mexican soldiers for no reason stole her because she was a baby, like back in
What?
1905 or something like that. And they took her to Texas and like changed her name to Elizabeth Reina for no reason, just because it was like the best thing they could come up with. And my dad told me the story, and I was like, how do you guys know? And they're like, well, because like some Native Americans apparently tried to come look for her, and it turned out this like hardcore shootout.
What?
I wish I had a family history like that, you know.
That's okay. My dad fits in all of the cool family history. For...
Hey, you know what? We should have Joe. We should have your dad on this podcast one of these days, because.
Oh God, no! He would never be on this podcast.
Well, you should just relate some of his stories, because guys, I don't know if you know this, but Joseph's dad is like the genius version of Forrest Gump, where he's like he's like
influenced every form of modern.
Yeah, here's just an example. He boxed Muhammad Ali. I'm not kidding.
He went like, okay, I'll explain that one, all right? So he knew this, he had a friend, and his friend knew the champ, and they wanted to spend the day with the champ, so, and Muhammad Ali was practicing, and my dad was just hanging out there, and then he got in the ring and, like, fake boxed him for a little while, like, he didn't really actually hit him, and Muhammad Ali was like, you know, for a white guy, you're not so stupid. And I was...
He also went to one of the first Rolling Stones concerts, where almost everybody left except for him, because he liked the music.
Wow.
Listen to this. Listen to this. This is the most impressive thing I've ever heard. This is just like pop culture stuff we're talking about. He was part of Operation Deep Freeze, which went into Antarctica, and they discovered the hole in the ozone layer there.
Wow. Dude.
Hello.
Yeah.
I mean,
we should just like have like all these stories about how our family history is way more interesting than Tim's. That should be a segment.
Man, that is something. Look, this is something that I've always wanted to happen in film. Is there isn't a really good drama movie that's, I don't know. You could, heck, I'm not making a Holocaust joke, but you could set it in the Holocaust or something, right? Just like something that's really dramatic, depressing, sad, but good. And then all of a sudden, at the end, you see a Muppet in the background, and you're like, hey, what the heck?
He starts singing like the Rainbow Connection.
Yeah, the Rainbow Connection.
Gonzo's got a 700-pound stone strapped to his back.
All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks for joining me, everybody. Tune in next week. We'll see you guys later.
Or we'll find you and make an offensive joke about you.
Whatever your nationality, your race, your religion is, you can guarantee.
The way you look.
You can guarantee
we will make you cry.
How many fingers you have?
We all have 4, apparently. according
Yes.
to
Well, we all obviously got that surgery.